A police officer, once praised for his skills, turned into one of Hong Kong's most notorious criminals. How does someone who swears to protect the law descend into betrayal, murder, and chaos? Tsui Po-ko's life began like any other, full of promise. But beneath the badge, something darker was brewing. What drove a respected officer to commit such horrifying acts? And why did he use the same weapon stolen from a fellow officer to carry out his deadly spree? This is the chilling story of Tsui Po-ko, a man who shattered his oath in the lives of those around him. It was a quiet morning in Shaowu, Fujian, China, on May 17, 1970, when Tsui Po-ko entered the world. Little did anyone know this boy, destined to become a man, would someday be at the center of one of Hong Kong's most horrifying and bizarre criminal stories. In 1978, Tsui moved with his mother to Hong Kong, a bustling metropolis teeming with opportunity. His father and brother joined them a year later. Tsui grew up with ambition in his heart and an unwavering desire to make something of himself. He wasn't just another face in the crowd. He had potential, or so it seemed. He attended Kwun Tong Government Secondary Technical School, where he showed promise, and in 1993, Tsui's life took a new direction when he joined the Royal Hong Kong Police. From the outside, Tsui's career was everything a young man could hope for. He excelled at the Hong Kong Police College, winning awards and impressing his superiors. His skills as a marksman were exceptional. Time and time again, he scored perfect marks in shooting tests. But behind the badge, Tsui harbored a growing dissatisfaction with his life, a deep frustration that would eventually twist him into someone unrecognizable. He was known as a skilled officer, a dedicated worker who appeared to be on track for a promising career. But the reality was far darker. Tsui's ambition went unfulfilled as he watched his colleagues get promoted, while he remained stagnant. He applied to join special units, but each time he was rejected, either for personal reasons or because he didn't fit the mold. His inability to move up the ranks gnawed at him, and he couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing, that his life was slipping through his fingers. By 2001, Tsui's frustration turned into something far more sinister. His marriage to Li Poling, a social security assistant, had started to show cracks. He spent long hours gambling, visiting massage parlors, and engaging in reckless behavior. But the worst of it came in March 2001. Tsui committed his first murder, a shocking and brutal act that would set the stage for everything that followed. On the night of March 14, 2001, Tsui lured police constable Lung Xingyan to a seemingly routine noise complaint. Lung, a young officer with a bright future ahead, was sent alone to investigate. When he arrived at the scene, Hui attacked, knocking Lung to the ground and stealing his revolver. Lung tried to fight back, but Tsui shot him at close range. 3 bullets to the head, 2 to the back. Tsui fled the scene, leaving behind a crime that would haunt the police force for years. As the police scrambled to investigate, they soon discovered something chilling. Tsui had used a burner phone to make the bogus complaint, intentionally luring Lung to the scene for his weapon. What they didn't know was that this was only the beginning. Tsui's crime spree had just begun. On December 5, 2001, Tsui carried out a daring bank robbery at the Hang Seng Bank in Tsuen Wan. Masked and armed, he stormed the bank, demanding money while holding the security guard, Zafar Iqbal Khan, at gunpoint. Khan bravely fought back, but Tsui shot him 3 times, ending his life. With 490,000 Hong Kong dollars and 1,000 US dollars in cash, Tsui escaped the scene, slipping through the police manhunt that followed. His audacity and cold-blooded nature sent shockwaves through Hong Kong. But it wasn't just the robbery that was shocking. It was the fact that Tsui had used the same revolver stolen from Constable Lung. Tsui's life began to spiral further out of control. The money he stole didn't seem to fix his problems, only deepen them. He hid his financial troubles well, with 19 secret bank accounts that he used to funnel money through, all while his wife remained oblivious. His gambling losses mounted, but his ability to maintain his double life kept him one step ahead of the law. But on March 17, 2006, everything came crashing down. Tsui, now a man on the edge, took his frustrations to the streets of Tsim Sha Tsui. That night, 2 police constables, Wilson Sin and Sang Kwok Hang, were patrolling the area when they unknowingly walked into Tsui's trap. Tsui was waiting for them in a subway connecting Austin Road and Canton Road. As they approached, Tsui ambushed them, firing upon the officers without warning. The shootout that followed was fierce. Tsui struck Constable Sin in the head and leg, while Constable Sang was mortally wounded. The two officers fought back bravely, returning fire. Sang managed to hit Tsui 5 times, finally bringing the killer down. Tsui was rushed to the hospital, but he was beyond saving. As he lay dying, the revolver he had used in the shootout was identified. It was the same one he had stolen from Constable Leung all those years ago. Tsui Po-ko's reign of terror was over, but the aftermath left a trail of devastation. His death sparked a long and highly publicized inquest that captivated Hong Kong. The jury found that Tsui had been lawfully killed during the shootout, but the case raised more questions than answers. How had a man like Tsui, once a promising police officer, descended into madness? What drove him to murder and rob, to betray the very force he had sworn to serve? The inquiry into Tsui's life revealed the tragic truth. Tsui had been an ambitious man, but the repeated failures to achieve the success he craved had broken him. Experts later suggested that Tsui's behavior fit the profile of someone with a schizotypal personality disorder, while others believed he had developed the mindset of a serial killer, a man who thought he could play God, taking lives to reshape the world around him. The story of Tsui Po-ko is one of ambition turned to madness, a man who couldn't cope with his failures and turned to violence in an attempt to reclaim control. His descent into crime is a chilling reminder that even those who wear the badge of law enforcement can be hiding dark secrets. Tsui's tale is a tragedy not just for his victims, but for a man who could have been much more, if only he had found a way to face his demons before it was too late. In the end, Tsui Po-ko's story serves as a haunting reminder that even the most trusted among us can harbor secrets too dark to fathom. Was it the constant rejection, the unrelenting frustration, or something deeper that pushed him to this extreme? What happens when a man believes he can rewrite his fate no matter the cost? Tsui's reign of terror ended in a violent shootout, but the questions linger. How many lives could have been saved if someone had seen the warning signs? And how many more stories like his are hidden in plain sight? If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more captivating content. Your support helps us bring more true crime stories to light.